Bilkis. In this video, I will explain about experimental research design, and I make this video to complete my midterm task. Chapter 4 explores experimental research design, one of the most rigorous and structured methods in use second language acquisition research. This method aims to establish cause and effect relationship by systematically manipulating independent variables and observing their effect and dependent variables. The chapter discusses key principles, types of experimental designs, advantages, limitations, and potential threats to research validity. Key features of experimental research. Experimental research in SLA follows a systematic approach. The first, manipulation of an independent variable to measure its effect on a dependent variable. The second, control of extraneous variables to ensure that changes in the dependent variable are solely due to the independent variable. The third, randomization to evenly distribute participants and reduce bias. And the last, standardized procedures to maintain consistency and reproducibility. Variables in experimental research. The first, independent variable. The factor manipulated by the researcher. Example, teaching method and feedback type. The second, dependent variable. The outcome being measured. Example, test scores and speaking fluency. The third, extraneous variables. Uncontrolled factors that may affect the result. The fourth, confounding variables. Variables that correlate with both the independent variable and dependent variable, potentially distorting the findings. Types of experimental research design. Pre-experimental design, low control. The first, one group pre-test, post-test design. A single group is tested before and after an intervention. The second, one-shot case study. Participants receive an intervention and their performance is measured afterward. Through experimental design, high control. The first, pre-test, post-test control group design, includes an experimental group and a control group, both tests before and after treatment. The second, post-test only control group design. Participants are only tested after the intervention. The third, factorial design, examines the effects of multiple independent variables simultaneously. Quasi-experimental design, moderate control. The first, non-equivalent control group design, similar to pre-test post-test design but with a random assignment. The second, time series design, measures participants multiple times before and after treatment. Threats to validity in experimental research. Despite its strength, experimental research faces several threats that can compromise its validity. Grave outlines key threats to internal and external validity, including threats to internal validity, affecting the study's credibility. The first, history effect. Even outside the experiment may influence results. Example, exposure to additional learning material. The second, maturation effect. Natural development of participants over time may affect outcome, especially in long-term studies. The third, testing effect. Pre-testing may influence post-test performance. Example, student improve due to familiarity with the test. The fourth, instrumentation effect. Change in measurement tools or procedures can lead to inconsistent results. Fifth, selection bias. Difference between experimental and control group before the experiment began can skew result. 6. Mortality effect. Participants dropping out of the study may distort finding. And the last, regression to the mean. Extreme scores on a pretest tend to move closer to the means on subsequent tests. Threats to external validity affecting generalizability. The first, ecological validity. The experiment's artificial setting may not reflect real-world language learning. The second, population validity. Findings may not apply to different learner groups or contexts. The third, Hawthorne effect. Participants may alter their behavior simply because they know they are being studied. And the last, experimental bias. Researchers' expectations or unintentional cues may influence participant performance. Strength and limitation of experimental research. Strength. The first establishes a cause and effect relationship with high pressures. The second, control extraneous variables, increasing internal validity. The third, allows for replication, ensuring reliability. Next, limitations. The first, low external validity due to control, artificial condition. The second, ethical concern if beneficial treatments are withheld from control groups. The last, high research demands, requiring careful planning. Conclusion. Experimental research remains a powerful tool in SLA studies, enabling researchers to evaluate teaching methods, language intervention, and learning strategies with precision. However, researchers must address threats to validity to ensure accurate and generalizable findings. While experimental research offers clear insight into cause and effect relationship, its findings should be interpreted alongside qualitative methods for a comprehensive understanding of second language acquisition. Maybe just this for me. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.